You are not entitled to music that the artist doesn't want to put out. When we are artists, we have very little we can control after we release something. So most of the control we have is deciding what we want to put out in the world. Hi everybody, it's Sam, Mental Health Monday time. This was a suggestion. We need to talk about the Deftones Leak and EROS. For those that are unaware, Deftones, famous new metal band. If you're a fan of Earth Cadet, you're probably a fan of Deftones. They had an album in 2008 that they were part of the way through finishing, called EROS, when their bass player Chi Chang sadly had a car accident and entered a coma for the next 5 years until he sadly passed away in 2013. The band decided not to release that music and they went on to record Diamond Eyes with Sergio Vega. That music has just kind of sat there. It got leaked this week and a lot of fans have listened to it, but a lot of fans have talked about feeling conflicted about it because it's something that Deftones have gone on record a lot about, talking about how they weren't really happy with what it was, half-finished ideas, demos, that sort of thing. And I want to talk about it from like an artist point of view. I would be mortified if stuff that I decided wasn't good enough had somehow leaked onto the internet. Now, we are not blessed with the problem that the Deftones have, which is that they have a very large, rabid fan base who are constantly consuming their music and want more of it. But you are not entitled to music that the artist doesn't want to put out. And they've gone on record saying they didn't want to do that. Just because you like listening to their music doesn't mean that you're entitled to everything they've ever done. I know as an artist, there are stuff that I've done that I don't want seeing the light of day because it wasn't ready. It wasn't right. It wasn't my best work. And when we are artists, we have very little we can control after we release something. So most of the control we have is deciding what we want to put out in the world. Once you release it and you put it out there, what people do with it, you have very little control over, and you have to be comfortable with that. But what you do have control over is what gets out. And I think this, as a breach of trust, as a breach of the band's ability to control one of the few aspects they can control, I think really sucks. And I would implore you, if you're a fan, do what I've done. Don't listen to it. Listen to the stuff that they felt was right. And that's the stuff that the band all got together and the group of them decided was good enough to put out and give over to the fans. I guess that's all I have to say about it. It's pretty straightforward.